Hello guys, in today's video we'll be looking at conversion of metric units. Now in conversion of metric units, and in case you have come across the topic before, in this video I will be showing you a simple trick, a simple method you can use to convert a unit from one prefix to another. So that is what I'll be doing in this video. Now if you look at the board here, I have the base unit here at the middle. Then at the left hand side, I have the one I call the less unit or the minor unit. Here we have the major unit or the greater unit. Okay. Now, when you want to convert a unit from one prefix to another, you have to note the value of each of the prefix. So the only work you have to do here for me is to memorize the value of all these prefixes. That is, pico stands for 10 power minus 12. Nano stands for 10 power minus 9. Micro 10 power minus 6. And the rest of them. Then coming here we have deca stands for 10 power 1. Hecto 10 power 2. Kilo 10 power 3. Then mega 10 power 6 and the rest of them. Now all these base units are having 10 power 0. Okay. Now you need the idea of what we call positive difference. You know, when we have difference of two numbers, it's either it is a positive difference or negative difference. Now let's say you want to get the positive difference between 5. You need the positive difference between 5 and 2. What you will have here is 5 minus 2. That is the greater number minus the smaller number. Okay, and this is equals to what? 3. If I need to get the negative difference between 5 and 2, I will subtract the greater one from the smaller one, and that is 2 minus 5, which is equals to minus 3. Okay, this is a positive difference and this is a negative difference. Okay, now when you want to convert a unit from a given prefix to another one, get the positive difference between their powers. Then on getting that, then you now move the decimal point on the value toward the left or toward the right, depending on the side you are converting from. Okay, now let's look at this example here so that you understand what we are saying better. Okay, example number 1 says convert 0.2 kilometer to centimeter. Okay, we have 0.2 kilometer to centimeter. Now the two units we are talking about here are kilo and centi. Those are the two prefixes here. So we have kilo and centi. So if you look at kilo, we have kilo. The power on the prefix of kilo is 3, and that of centi is minus 2. So we have 3 and minus 2. Now, the positive difference between 3 and minus 2 is 3 minus 2, and which is equals to 5. So this is the positive difference between kilo and centi. Now, you will now come back to your value here. We have 0.2 kilometer. Then you're going to move 5 times toward the right. Why are you moving 5 times toward the right? Because you are converting from a greater prefix. Kilo is greater than centi. You can see kilo here is 10 power 3. Then centi is 10 power minus 2. So kilo is greater than what? Centi. And that is why you are moving toward the what? Right, 5 times. But if you are converting from a less unit to a greater unit, then you're going to move the decimal point left, toward the left 5 times. Okay, so now we are moving 5 times toward the right because we are converting from a great unit, kilo, to centi. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You add 0 here, all the space there are for 0. So we have this will now give us 20000. Okay, and that is in centimeter. That is what we have there. So you have converted 0.2 kilometer to centimeter. Therefore implies that this implies that 0.2 kilometer is equals to 0.2 is equals to 20000 centimeter. That is what we have there. Okay, that is for question number 1. Then the second one, they said we should convert the same 0.2 kilometer to meter. Okay, we are having 0.2 kilometer to meter. Here we have kilo. This is our kilo here. And we have the meter. Meter is one of the base units. This is the meter here, is one of them here. So kilo is 3. At least the power of kilo is 3. Then meter, we have 0. So we are looking at the positive difference between 3 and 0. So you have 3 minus 0 is equals to 3. Now you are going to shift 3 times toward the right from what you have here. So we have 0.2. Now shift 3 times. We have 1, 2, 3. Then you insert your 0 here. So this implies that we now have 200 meter. So it therefore implies that 0.2 kilometer is equals to 200 meter. Okay. Now let's look at question number 2. They say we should convert 5 micrometer to millimeter. Okay, let's look at it. Now we are converting 5 micrometer to millimeter. Now here we have micro, that is micro, and milli. Micro and milli. Your micro is somewhere here, which is -6, and your milli is somewhere here. Is milli here, okay? So which is -3. Now, what is the positive difference between -6 and -3? You should know that -3 is greater than -6. So we are going to take it like -3 minus -6. Okay? Because -3 is greater than -6. So the positive difference is the greater one minus the smaller one. So we are having this is equals to 3. Okay, now since we are converting from a less unit to a greater one, mind you that micro is smaller compared to milli. Yeah, in short, as you move from the left toward the right, the prefix are increasing. Okay, so this is greater than this is greater than this is greater than this. So that is how it goes. So from here, as you're moving toward the right, they are increasing in value. Okay, now we're going to move 3 times. Are we moving toward the left or toward the right? Okay, in this case now we're going to move toward the left. Reason because we are converting from a less unit, a smaller unit, because micro is smaller than milli. Are you with me? Okay, so we're going to have 5 So you take the value given to you. So we are moving toward the left 3 times. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then all these space here are for 0. Okay, you have your full stop here. So you have 0.005. And you should know that when you have a full stop, a decimal point here, you have an invisible 0 before the decimal point. So you now have 0.005 in what? Millimeter. So it therefore implies that 5 micrometer is equals to what? 0.005 millimeter. And that is what you have. So you should know that when converting from less to greater, you are moving toward the left, and when converting from greater to a less one, you are moving toward the right. Okay, so that is the most important thing for you to note. Okay, now let's look at question number 3. Question number 3. In question number 3, we have to convert 8.5 kg to gram. Now you are converting 18.5 kg to gram. Now kilo, the kilo here is power 3. Our kilo is power 3. Then gram is one of the base units here, so it is power 0. So we have 0, 3 and 0. Okay, what is the positive difference between this and this? Of course, we have 3 minus 0, which is equals to 3. Now we're going to shift 3 times. Are we shifting toward the left or right? We are shifting towards the right because we are converting from a greater unit, a right unit. Mind you, right hand side is greater and the left hand side is less. So when you are converting from great, you're going to move 3 times towards the right. But when you are converting from left, just mind the word from. From where are you converting from? From where are you converting? So you are converting from left, then you move toward the left. If you are converting from right, that is from great, you're moving toward the right. Okay, so here we are having 18.5. This will become, we now have here, we have 18.5 moving 3 times toward the right. 1, 2, 3. You are going to move from the decimal point, please. Okay, this is our decimal point here, so we are moving 3 times from the decimal points, not from the beginning. No. Okay, so we inside our 0 here. Okay, so it therefore implies that 18.5 kg is equals to 18500 gram. Now remember, you have shifted this decimal point to this point here, so your decimal point is now serving as a full stop at the end of the value you have. Okay, so this is the final value. Okay, then let's go to question number 4. Question number 4. In question number 4, they said convert 150 gram to kilogram. We have 150 gram to kilogram. Now in this case, we are converting from a less unit to a greater unit. Okay, look at our gram here is one of the base units, so we are having 0. It has a power of 0. Look at it here. All the base units are having power of 0. Then the kilo, this kilo here, power of 3. So we have 0 and 3. Of course, they are positive difference. That is the greater number between the two minus this lesser number, which is 0. So this is equals to 3. Now, we're going to move 3 times. But the question is, are we moving toward the left or toward the right? we are moving toward the left this time because we are converting from a left unit, from a left unit, okay? So we have 150 gram. We have our 150. So where is our decimal point here? So that we can identify the starting point. When you have a whole number, the decimal point is in front of the number. So it is here. But when you have a decimal number, you go and identify the decimal point. Then from the decimal point, then you move toward the left or toward the right. So here we are starting from here. We are moving 3 times. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we are dropping the decimal point here. So that means we are having point 150. 0.150, and when you have point something, there is an invisible zero preceding the decimal point, so we're having 0.150 in what? In kg. So it therefore implies that 150 gram is equals to what? 0.150 kg. Okay, so that is for that. Okay, let's go to the next question. So we are converting kilometer per hour to meter per second. Now, when you want to convert the unit of velocity or speed in kilometer per hour to meter per second, the simple thing you have to do there is to multiply the given value by 10 upon 36. Okay, now we have question number 5. 60 kilometer per hour is equals to what? We have our 60 times 10 over 36. Okay, then get your value. Let's multiply that. So we have 60 times so we are having 16.66. We have 16.66 meter per second, approximately 16.67 meter per second. Okay, in question number 6, we are asked to convert 5 centimeter square to meter square. Now you should know we are dealing with units of area here. The point here is that when converting unit of area, you have to square the 2 prefixes before taking your positive difference. Okay, here we have centi, and centi is 10 power minus 2. We have our minus 2 here, and meter as a base unit is 0. That is 10 power 0. So we are having 0. So we have to square 2 of them. We have minus 2 square and 0 square. Minus 2 square is 4 and 0 square is 0. Then you can now take the positive difference between 0 and minus 4. You should know that 0 is greater than minus 4. So we're having 0 minus 4, which is equal to 4. Now we are shifting 4 times toward the left. 4 times toward the left because we are converting from a less unit, which is centi, to meter. This is less compared to this. That's why we have to shift 4 times. So we bring down our 5 and now shift the decimal point here 4 times toward the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. You drop your point here. So, and that is why we are having 0.0005. And you should know before a point there is an invisible 0 here. So we have 0.0005 meter square. So the point here is that when converting unit of area, square the 2 prefixes before taking your positive difference. Then the last question here we have convert 7 millimeter square to meter square. The same thing you did here, you will take similar pattern as in question number 6 here. then solve this one, then drop your answer at the comment section. Thank you.